just want to have a look at bearings and angles that vectors make with horizontal, because these are going to be important for later work on your Maths AI course. So I've got a vector here which is going in this direction, and as you can see, it's 2 units up and it's 3 units across. Now I want to find out the angle it makes with a horizontal. So what I do there is I just think about a quick right angled triangle, and I'm going to use tan. So I'm going to use inverse tan, opposite divided by adjacent. And I've already done that, and that angle is 34. So you can just double check that one on your calculator. That's fine. That's the angle it makes with the horizontal here. But what if I want the bearing? Because this is going to be important later for some other problems that we have where we're trying to describe vectors. The bearing is always measured from the north, and in this case I'm going to make the y-axis represent the north line. And what I do is I always come clockwise from north. So that's just the rule we have. So that's like your north line there, and I come around clockwise until I get to the line. So there's my bearing. So that's simply 90 take away 34. So that gives me the bearing of 56 degrees. But one last thing with bearings is that we must write bearings as 3 figures. So this one becomes 0, 5, 6 degrees. Now if you want to pause the video, you can. And you can try and find 2 things. You can find the angle this makes with the horizontal and the bearing. Okay, so the angle this makes with the horizontal is here, and you just use SOHCAHTOA, so that's 4 along and down 5, and this gives me 51. All these are rounded off to the nearest degree. So that's 51 degrees there. Now my bearing comes all the way around, so it's 90 plus 51, so my bearing is 141. And that's already in 3 figures. I don't need to put a 0 in front of it. Okay, I've got 2 more on the next page. Same thing. If you want, you can pause the video and do it yourself. If not, I'm just going to fill in the answers. Okay, so this one here is 22. And again, that's just SOHCAHTOA. That's 5 along, 2 down, 22 degrees here. My bearing always comes around clockwise. So if that one there is 22, it leaves 68 degrees here, which means it's going to be 180 plus 68. So for this one, my bearing is 248. And the final one, I'm going to work out this part here with the horizontal, and this one is 27. My bearing comes all the way around to here. So it's 270 up to this line plus that one, which means that the bearing is going to be 297. So we can see how these vectors, how bearings are going to be used, and also this angle between the horizontal and the vector itself.